Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope everything is great there. So today we are going to discuss our chapter number 2 from our book Behind, and the name of the chapter is The Sound of Music. So this chapter, The Sound of Music, is further divided into two parts, and first of all we are going to talk about our part 1, and this part is about Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn Glennie, she is our main character of this one part, and just read it here. You can see Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. So this chapter is about Evelyn Glennie. So Evelyn Glennie is a deaf girl. She is not able to hear anything, and it's a very motivational, inspirational story for every one of us, because sometimes it happened with everyone that we have everything given by God. We all can hear, we all can listen, and we can walk, we can move. Whatever you want to achieve in your life, with your hard work, with your determination, you all can do. But all people on this earth are not that much blessed enough. Sometimes mysterious type of things happen with us, and everything seems helpless there. So after reading this story, you all will come to know that how with iron will, with strong determination, whatever you want to achieve in life, you all can do. We all, whatever want to do, we can do easily. Just we need a iron will, a strong determination, a firm determination, a hard work we need, and you can achieve whatever you want to. So students, when you will read this story, you all will amazed after reading about her life story, and this is really inspirational, and this is really a motivational kind of one. And one example related to this one story I would like to give you all, that you may have heard the name of Beethoven. So Beethoven is the world's number one, you can say, pianist and musician, and when he was kind of established in front of the whole world, when he proved himself that he was really a very good pianist, at that time what happened to him, a disastrous thing happened, and he was partially impaired, and slowly, gradually his ability to hear anything was lost totally. He was profoundly impaired, and then what he did, he was not kind of lost just due to this happening, and he did not lose his hard work, did not lose his spirit. He proved himself further more and more by his determination, by his hard work. And what he did, he tried to listen through the vibration, tried to listen the music through his body, through his skin. And afterward, again he composed so many tunes, notes and songs that are really admirable. And now, today, at present, he is a legend in the music world, and he is really a true inspiration for all of us, that what you want to do in life, you all can do. Whether you are able to listen or hear or not, so whether you are handicapped or not, but it just depends on you, whatever you want to do, what you want to do, and really exactly you want to fulfill your dream, you want to complete your goals in life, it just depends on you. Further, what is going to happen in your life, it's just depend on your hard work, on your sake. Sometimes we are really feeling so panicked or so distressed that this and this thing happened with me, now I don't have money, or I really don't have enough money to purchase a big villa or that one car or this thing. So that time we feel so demoralized and discouraged, but it's not like that. Life is full of happenings, life is full of opportunities, just you have to concentrate yourself, just you have to look at all those opportunities that are lying in front of you, and you have to catch all those. So let's start this beautiful, inspirational, motivational story of Evelyn Glennie. And really, I bet all of you, after reading this story, you all will feel amazed and you all will feel inspired from her. So let's start our today's fun discussion. So before you read, look into the book. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. These all lines are related to Evelyn. So it's written here, God may have taken her ability to listen or ability to hear anything, but He gave her something extraordinary. Instead of listen to the music, she was able to feel those vibrations of the music, and she was able to feel those vibrations more profoundly, more deeply than any of us all. And afterward, after listening to the vibration, she was able to compose the music in a very beautiful way. Read the following account of the person who fought against a physical disability and made her life a success story. So this is the chapter about the success story of Evelyn Glennie. She is a musician, what happened to her and how all those things happened, and afterward how she overcome that fear that now I'm not able to hear, now my world is end, now I'm not able to do anything. Her dream was to be a musician, and how finally she achieved her goal, and how finally and eventually she becomes a musician. So let's find out this story of her, Evelyn Glennie. So students, this one chapter, it's taken from her biography, and it's a short extract from her biography, and after reading this you all will surprise at the end that how all those things happened and how finally she becomes a great musician. So let's start our discussion. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. So the chapter is starting from that scene when Evelyn is standing on a platform and she is trying to catch a train, and the scene of the platform is it's fully totally crowded, so many people are there, train is about to come, and you all can imagine that when the train is about to come, that time people are rushing and elbowing you and just trying to bumping you or just trying to make their place and want to go in the train. So that time it was fully crowded and she was also struggling for her position. And slight girl, her appearance is, she is a slight simple girl looking younger than her 17 years. Her age at that time was 17 and she seems really younger and was nervous yet excited. So she is a bit nervous, but side by side she is really excited also as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. So when the train is about to come, that time she is now really very excited, and inside she is a little bit nervous also because this is the time her dream is about to fulfill. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London. Because why she is excited and plus nervous, it is her first day where in the London Royal Academy of Music, and daunting enough for any teenager. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So she belongs to Scotland, and Scotland is just like a farm area, a rural side area which is full of farm and countryside, and London is a big city. So London is a metropolitan city which is full of life and people are rushing here and there from morning to evening, and Scotland, it's a farm area. So Scotland is a countryside area and London is a big city, metropolitan city. So Really, it was a very big change for a girl like Evelyn Glennie because she belongs to Scotland, and that time she was very first time she's going to attend the Royal Academy of London, and it's like her dream comes true. And see, she is so nervous plus excited because she belongs to Scotland, and now today is the day that when she is going to attend that academy. So, and she is now going to face the lifestyle of London. So both things are really is like a big change in her lifestyle. That is why she was excited plus nervous. But this change in lifestyle is just nothing for her, because already a very big challenge, very bravely, which she has faced earlier in her life. And what was the challenge that she has already faced? That is that she is profoundly deaf. She is totally deaf. She cannot hear. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. So gradual means slow by slow. In the phases, this all thing happened to her. And her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano, and they called her name and she did not move. So when Evelyn was 8 years old, her mother noticed that something is wrong with Evelyn because she was taking lessons of the piano, and one day she was there at the piano class, her mother was also there. Turn by turn, you had to go there and to play the piano. Her turn had come. The pianist called her name, that Evelyn Glennie, it's your turn, come. But she did not respond at that moment. And again, the pianist called her name. She did not respond. That moment, her mother noticed that something is wrong with her. She is not able to hear her name. I suddenly realized she had not heard, says Isabel Glennie. Isabel Glennie is the name of the mother of Evelyn Glennie. So Isabel Glennie, she noticed that something is not normal, something is wrong with my daughter. And for quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. So at the age of 8, her mother noticed that something is wrong with her hearing ability, but they took it lightly. Maybe they were not able to do anything regarding this, and at that moment she hid it, that I am not able to hear anything. This disability she hid from everyone, like friends and relatives and friends in the classroom. And what happened to her? She hid this thing from the teachers and the friends as well. So, but by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. So it was really hard for her to hide this disability, because at that moment when the teacher was teaching in the class, she was not able to listen anything. She was not able to hear anything in the class. And what happened? As a result, her marks really dropped down. Her marks really decreased, and at that moment, her headmistress called her mother and told her that Evelyn is not able to listen anything properly in the class, in a normal class where all students can hear properly and easily. So her headmistress advised her mother to shift her to a special kind of school where deaf students really taking classes at that moment. And she advised her to shift Evelyn to a deaf school, and maybe that would be good for her, and she would be able to easily, everything would be managed there as per her ability. So she advised her, and that moment Evelyn's mother was really shattered. She was not able to think what happened to my daughter, but she guessed it. Now something is going to happen with her, slowly, gradually. So student, it was the time when the family members, when the relatives, when other people comes to know that she is not able to listen anything. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired. So at the 8th, family comes to know that she is not able to listen or something is wrong. But at the age of 11, her hearing ability is really partially impaired. So at the age of 11, she was almost completely deaf, and as a result of gradual nerve damage. So student, what happened to her? Her nerve was damaged, and due to that nerve damage, she was not able to hear anything. Her ability to hear anything was now disconnected from her. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the test. So when they went to the doctor advised them that shift Evelyn to a different kind of school. So they advised her parents to use hearing aids for her. Maybe you have seen hearing aids sometime. Hearing aid is kind of a machine or kind of a tool which you put here, and it really helps you to listen your nearby sounds easily. So they advised to use it for her, and everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. So she said everything looked black. It was not like that she was not able to see anything. She was not blind. She was able to see perfectly, but life was totally suddenly changed for her. It was just turned upside down for her. And it was like yesterday she was able to listen everything, the sound of nature, music, her friends, relatives, and now it is today the day that she is not able to listen anything. So it's like somebody took your ability of hear. So that is why she used this one line in her biography, that everything is looked black. Everything is looked black means my life was turned upside down, and everything was just shattered at that moment. Everything was just lost at that moment. My life was like it was totally finished for me, because I thought, now what would I do in my life? My all dreams, goals and everything is I just dropped everything at the corner of my room, because now she thought that nothing is left for me, because I'm not able to hear. I am profoundly deaf. So to show this feeling, she used this expression that now everything is looked black for me. So students, here we have finished our first page of the part 1, Evelyn Gilani. And what you all have to do, read out again the text of this chapter and mark all the difficult words, write their synonym, and please try to learn those word meanings. And if you would like, you can note down the word meaning in your notebooks also. That is really going to help you further. So students, take care of yourself, stay inside. Thank you.